All right, so lately I've been trying to make sheaths a little bit smaller just because the knives I've been making have gotten bigger, and I carry them scout carry, and they tend to be a problem if they're too wide. So this is one of the things I tried, and I thank you to RT Knife and Sword for getting me on this sort of thought process. He made his own version of basically a sheath without any eyelets, and I'll ask him, and if he's okay with it, I'll link the video to in the description so you can check it out. Came out with a very nice smart solution. So for me, I tried this. This is the newest thing I tried, and these are the minimum amount of pins or eyelets that in my opinion you need to basically have a safe knife. And this is just, let's just say it's for me. Don't try it, because you know I've only tried this for about like half a month, and that's it. So I don't know yet exactly. So this pin here basically, so just to be completely clear, this isn't stuck together or nothing. So it only has these two parts that's keeping this the sheath closed in like this taco style shape. So this pin works for just keeping the right amount of tension on the knife. This was actually the sheath I made for the Bowie that broke. So this was a good place to put this pin just for the tension I needed to have this closed and to keep it closed. And also this also works for, so this is the knife I'm working on now. It also works for, so like let's say you're pulling it out or putting the knife in, this placement of the pin keeps it so that this knife doesn't come out and cut you. Basically, it's a barrier that prevents it from the knife coming out. This is an eyelet. The second part here prevents this knife or the knife that was supposed to be here, the knife to basically push forward and come out. So if it gets hit in the back, so this little eyelet here would basically stop it. Like I said, this sheath was for another knife, so this would actually go probably about this much. It would actually stick out, I think, if it was for this knife. But for the other knife, it was wide enough that it would prevent it from going any further forward. So minimum, I think this would be safe enough, and it still provided everything I needed. It's what I use to wear this as a scout carry position or whatever is I use paracord and I wrap it, and then I have these little leather pieces that I put my my belt through. So these little notches, I was able to make a knot and then wrap the paracord across the knot just to keep the knot here from slipping out, and then keeping all the paracord from sliding about the sheath. So this worked fine. It was working fine, and I didn't have any problems with this. So this is actually, so far, it's viable. It's a viable design. I may use it later, and if I do, I'll show you how I make it too, just so you can make one, I guess, if you wanted to. But today, what I want to do is I want to find an adhesive for kydex, and one of the things I'm going to try today. So I did find a page that kydex themselves put up, and they have like these suggestions of certain adhesives that you can use. One of them, the best one, is one I can't get here in California that I know of. I have to look into it. I think it might be just Southern California. I'm in Northern California, but we'll see. They're pretty strict here. But I'm gonna stay away from that one for right now. This one is not mentioned, this type of glue that I'm gonna use, but kydex is PVC and acrylic. So this is PVC glue, and I kind of want to try it just because I've seen in forums and stuff like that people say it works. So we'll see. It's so primer, just to start it off, clean it and stuff, and then get it ready. And then I'm gonna use this PVC glue, which is you have to leave it for a certain amount of hours. So I'm gonna leave it clamped after I put it on here. So here's the idea. I'm going to use the primer on this edge here, and that cleans it and stuff, and also I guess chemically or whatever gets it ready for the PVC glue. And I only want to glue a 1/4 inch, so basically this here, right here. So I'm gonna see if I can do that, and then I'm gonna hold this with a clamp. I'm gonna leave it overnight, and after I do that, I'm going to, the next day, I'm just gonna open it up and then just snap it open and see how hard that is to do. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna start going with the suggestions that the website has. I'll link that website, like I said. And one of them is a Loctite Super Bond 400 series. So there's a few of those. I have to figure out which one is the one I need for that. So we'll try that and see how that goes. All right, so let's try this. So I want to try this because it's just, I don't know, it's a little bit readily available. And it's something I actually use. Okay. So you don't want too much. You don't want drops. Okay, and it says while it's still wet, to put this on this clamp. That's my speaker. I think that's fine. Oops. All right. I mean, this takes like hours to do, so I can mess with it a little bit now. That's why I wanted to buy this like medium drying, medium setting one. All right. A little bit more this way. Okay. Why can't I get this right? Right there. Okay, cool. And I don't really care about the excess. I'm just gonna leave it like that. All right, so I'm gonna leave this like this. And I'll just do, I don't know, it doesn't need to be 24 hours. I think it's like 12 hours. I have to double check, but we'll see. And then we'll see how hard how hard it is to actually separate. And yeah. All right, bye. Okay, quick correction. It's actually like 30 minutes for it to dry, but I'm just gonna leave it till tomorrow, and then just try it then. All right. So before I do this, what I consider a success, what I'm gonna consider success, is if I can open this and basically bend it. So bend one of these pieces over the part that's glued. That's what I would consider a success. I'm sure it's probably just gonna snap open, but let's try it. All right, so it did, but that was actually pretty good. So So not what I wanted. So what I wanted was for this to be actually bent completely to the other side. But maybe that's asking too much. Okay, so I'm going to try with a different glue, one actually specified in the technical sheet that kydex provides. They say they recommend Loctite 400 series. So just in general, anything that's designated with 400 something in the name. And I'm gonna try 454, which is a type of gel that'll give me a little bit more time to glue everything. I did try roughing up the edges on this thing, and I didn't include it in the video just because it was basically the same results. And I did videotape the whole process and everything, but it's just I thought it would just be boring just to add it also. But it felt the same, but it did bend it less than not roughing it up at all. Slightly less. It's like not much of a difference. But yeah, so I'll order the glue, and I'm actually gonna link two videos of RT Knife and Sword that so two examples that he has of sheaths that he's made without eyelets. So yeah, I'll put those also.